Oh, hi guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's Bedroom Diaries. Daniela here. So guys, what's this whole pressure with having to be in a relationship? Like, is this a trend now? Because I met this guy, we got talking, he asked if I was in a relationship, and I said, no, I'm single. Guys, this stare on his face, it was weird. He's like, why are you not in a relationship? You're beautiful. And I'm like, why should I be in a relationship? Can't I just be single? He's like, no, there has to be a reason. Have you looked at yourself? I know, guys. I'm a baby girl. I'm a speck. I'm fine. I'm beautiful. But then I told him, like, as at that time, I really didn't see the need to just be in a relationship. I just wanted to be single. Guys, this got me thinking, is there something to consider, or are there factors to put in place when entering a new relationship? Like, do you have to be in the right frame of mind? Do you have to consider your financial status or your kind of lifestyle at that point? Like, all of that. So this brings me to the topic. Is healing a big process when entering a new relationship? So whether it's your healing process or that of your partner, is it really something that you consider? I want to know your thoughts on this, so put it in the comment section. What is healing? In my opinion, it is dealing with the breakup. Yes, it happened. Deal with it. Because oftentimes I hear people say, oh, I'm done with this relationship, so on to the next one. But then you're entering the next relationship with the same mindset, with the same way you feel like you know how to do things. All of that, you're getting into a new relationship with that. Well, from experience and of course research, I narrowed down 3 reasons why I feel like it is important for you to heal after every breakup. Let me state this very clear. Look, healing is different for everybody. Healing is a continuous process. It doesn't just happen. It's not like, oh, I'm going to heal for 6 months and that's it. No, it will obviously continue. But then it is important to take time off. Like, don't rush into, you don't have to rush into the dating space again. Look, it's okay to be single. It's okay to having to be on your own and just experience your life at that point. Understand better who you are. So, number 1 reason why I feel like you should heal. After every breakup, there is 101% that your emotions are heightened at that stage. Take, for example, it's just like you win, let's say, 100 million in whatever currency or wherever you are in your currency. In that moment, you're thinking of all the possible ways for you to, make the money, spend the money. You're thinking of the next investment, all of that. In that moment, you're exhibiting the happy emotion, the excited emotions, all of that. And then in that moment, someone just comes to meet you and say, oh, I have this thing to settle. I have this bill to settle. In that moment, know what? Send me your account details. I got more money. Money is in my account. And then you send the money. It's the same way you feel the sad emotion. Now you imagine living a relationship of 5 years. Guys, whether it is 2 years or it is 6 months, you've been committed to this relationship and then it just happens to end all of a sudden. Guys, I can imagine how that will feel. You'll be left heartbroken. You'll be left pain. In fact, as a matter of fact, you're feeling pain. You're feeling hurt. You feel like your world is coming to an end. I get it. But then your emotions are heightened. You can decide to make a terrible mistake at that point that would make you regret for a long time. So this is why I feel like having to deal with the breakup. Look, deal with it. In that moment that you're feeling like, your world is coming to an end, deal with the breakup. I hear people say, oh, I need closure. Yes, that's the word, closure. So it's more like you are leaving this relationship and then you really want to know why, what happened? Why did we get to this point? That's what healing is about. So deal with the breakup. Deal with it. Just take time to examine it. Why did it happen? I'm not saying that you cannot be in a relationship. It's good though. As a matter of fact, it's good to be in a relationship. It's good to have someone in your circle that cares about you, pamper you. Who doesn't like to be pampered? Whether you're a guy or a girl, But what I'm saying is, at that point, there's a 101% of you making the wrong decision when you leave a breakup and then you just get into another relationship, right? at that point, it's easy to throw blames at your partner or at your ex-partner. Like, it's the cause of this thing. If she didn't do this, all of that is easy. Because guess what? Yes, you're hurt. But one good thing about having to deal with the breakup or having to heal from a breakup or taking time off the dating space is at that point you get to learn certain things about yourself and unlearn. I mean, if there are things that you know that this might be a cause of the breakup, you can decide to unlearn that. You can decide to better way or figure out a way that you can deal with that particular thing that you know that, I mean, if I continue doing this in my next relationship, it will be a big problem, right? So take a chill pill. It's okay to be single. Don't rush. Why are you rushing? See, if you rush from not to work, because I know with social media now, like you get into social media, you're seeing everybody, they're excited to be in a relationship, and you now say, is there something wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. Take time to understand yourself, because the moment you understand yourself, you get into the next relationship, you better handle that relationship. You're excited to handle things differently. It's okay to relax and not jump into another relationship. I mean, this is what I know for me. So tell me, would you rather get into another relationship and have it end quickly than have to end the relationship and take time out to learn and unlearn certain things about yourself? Put it in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Number 2 reason why I feel like you should heal from every breakup, and this is probably like top on my list. It's difficult to build trust when entering a new relationship. I mean, guys, I cannot overemphasize this. Look, if I don't trust you, I can't have a relationship with you. And this just cuts across everything in every other thing in life, like whether it's business, whether it's work, all of that. If I don't trust you, I can't be in a relationship with you. And what really happens when you don't trust certain persons is based on the experience that you've had. So if you don't take time to understand or deal with the breakup, it's difficult for you to get into another relationship and then you trust this person. But wait though, how do you guys do it? You just leave this relationship and you tell yourself, I'm done with this relationship and on to the next. And you feel like you will not experience breakfast, like you will not break up again. I don't know how to wrap my head around it, but it's more like I can't be in a relationship with you when I'm questioning your every move. I'm questioning you. I can't be in a relationship with you. If I have to feel like at every point in the relationship, I don't trust you. You tell me, oh, I'm in the office, and I'm thinking like, are you sure he's in the office? Or are you sure he has not gone to see one girl? No, I can't do that. But this happens. This is the effect of not having to deal with the breakup, with the previous experience that you've had. This is what happens because you're in a new relationship. You don't trust your partner to love you well. You don't trust your partner. In fact, once your partner is saying A, you feel like your partner is saying number 100, right? So this is what happens when you don't heal from the breakup. Take out time to understand why this breakup happened, so that you don't get to enter another relationship and then you are not even allowing this person to love you the way they can. You feel like, maybe for example, you were in a relationship with someone and then this guy doesn't open the door for you. Or this girl she comes to your house and she doesn't do anything. She doesn't sweep your house, nothing. And honestly, these things might not actually it might not be a big deal. But then you now make it an issue. You enter a new relationship. And because your partner is not doing all of these things, you feel like, this person is like my ex. This person will break up with me. I'm not sure this relationship will work. And you now walk out of it. No. So what happens if you keep meeting guys or girls like that don't actually do these things and you feel like they are the worst persons on earth? No. So deal with the breakup. It helps you to, I feel like it sort of helps you to understand human beings better. It helps you to understand yourself. Like you're examining the breakup, then evaluating yourself. So you understand yourself, you know the kind of things that you can do, the kind of things that obviously you do, and it's not good. But then it also helps you to know that this individual that you're in a relationship with now is different from your ex-partner. So that's what I feel like it is with healing. So you want to be able to be in a new relationship and experience it like it's tiring, like having to when you are supposed to be developing yourself or enjoy life, get it going. You now sit down and be worrying about what your partner is doing. Look, if you find yourself in that situation right now, you need to evaluate yourself. You need to pause and think of all of the experiences that you've had. Try to analyze it. Where do you think this is coming from? And your partner might not even be doing all of the things that you're thinking in your head. But this brings me to number 3. And I feel like this is like what everybody wants to experience. You know how you get on social media, you see this couple, they're on vacation, they're in Hawaii, they're in Dubai, all of that. And you think it to yourself, I want this kind of relationship. Look, everybody wants to be in a relationship where they're enjoying themselves. You want to be able to enjoy a new love experience. But what if you don't actually take out time? Look, analyze the experiences that you've had. Ask yourself questions like, why didn't this relationship work? What are the things that I did or did my partner do that made this relationship not work? If you don't ask yourself this question and you enter inside that relationship, you know that relationship, look, no relationship is perfect though. The ones that you see on social media, they have basketballs inside. And the way they're handling it is different from every other relationships. Of course, I feel like the best relationships ever have gone through a lot of storms. And of course, they learned from it. So imagine you don't deal with the past relationship and you're expecting that the relationship you see on social media, your relationship will be like that. It's a lie. It won't, because at that point you can't handle situations when they come. Because like I said, no relationship is perfect. If you get into a relationship, you will always have to disagree with your partner at some point. But when you're faced with that kind of challenge, what happens? Do you run away? Do you leave? But if you dealt with the breakup or with the past experience, you're able to handle the now perfectly. Well, not everything is not perfect, but you're able to handle it to some extent. Like I said earlier, healing is a long process. It never ends. I feel like you continue to heal at every point. But taking out time to understand that, look, this relationship ended. We broke up. Why did we break up? Because you want to be in a relationship. You enter a new relationship. Before you know, you're out of that again. And before you know, you're having 10 ex-girlfriends or 20 ex-boyfriends. Imagine how frustrating that can be. And you know, it's difficult I don't want to try to get to know somebody like over and over again. It's stressful. If you can relate to what I'm saying, please put it in the comment section. It's stressful to actually get to know someone like over and over and over again, right? So if you take out time to heal from a past relationship, like understand that this breakup happened. Why did it happen? What are the things that were said? Did I do something? Did my partner do something? Is this something that I said I should have done or I should have said differently, or something I did I should have done differently? Taking out that time to actually understand why that breakup happened, it saves you a lot of stress in your new relationship. Now, some person, I know it's kind of like difficult to get closure, especially when your past relationship ended in a way that it wasn't supposed to end in, or probably in a toxic way. It's kind of like difficult to get closure, but you can tell yourself, you know what? I want to understand why this breakup happened. If this person is not willing to give me the closure that I want, if this person is not willing to have this conversation with me, I can decide to understand why it's ended before getting into another relationship. I want to be in a new relationship and I'm enjoying myself. I'm allowing my partner to love me the way he can, right? You never know when love comes knocking at your door. And on Bedroom Diaries, we love love. I had the opportunity to speak to certain persons, and of course, they shared their thoughts with me. Take a look. Kristen from Lagos said, I want to have a safe space and not have to attract the same patterns over and over again. Remember how I said you're leaving this relationship, you didn't deal with the breakup, and you're entering another relationship, but you're entering that with the same mindset, with the same way you know how to do things, all of that. This is what Christian is saying. I mean, you don't want to get into another relationship and then the same way of dealing with issues when it arises, because guess what, guys? I cannot overemphasize this. No relationship is perfect. You're always going to be faced with some storms. There are times where you have to agree to disagree, or how do they say it? Disagree to agree anyways. But you always have issues, right? But then if you had dealt with the breakup or had understood why your past relationship ended, and you learned and unlearned certain things about yourself, when you're faced with this new challenge in your relationship, you probably, there's 99.9% you would handle it better, and it wouldn't necessarily have to end up in a breakup. Healing for me is not just one day, it takes time. But do I feel it's important? Yes. Personally, I struggled with fear of having to attract the same person as my ex. It was a violent relationship. Deciding to release myself from this very hurt was one of the best things I ever did. This is coming from an anonymous. Look, when I hear the word violence, I'm going to digress a bit, but when I hear the word violence, I'm like, this is too much. And I can understand it when people that have to go through this type of relationship have this fear. Like, they feel like at this point, anybody can just come and mess with them the same way their ex did. But if you decide for yourself, like, because life is going to move on. Look, the moment you decide to pause your life, and when I mean pause your life, at that point, you're scared. You don't want to take a leap. You don't want to do certain things because you're scared. Life will move on. People will obviously have other experiences, right? But I get it. I'm not being insensitive right now. I'm sensitive to the fact that look, it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to fear certain things, right? But if you decide to understand certain things, like make a conscious decision to say, you know what, I cannot allow this thing to weigh me down. I deserve to be treated better. If you decide to allow yourself heal, you decide to experience the healing process or have closure from that relationship, trust me, you get into another relationship and you're fine, right? But it's okay to fear. I'm not saying it's not. It's okay to fear. But then decide for yourself. Because if you don't, you know when they say express will leave you. Yes, a lot of things. Look, life will continue. Life will happen, right? Precious from Lagos said, for the sake of dating for the wrong reasons, dealing with a heartbreak has got to be the best thing anyone can do. For me, I healed from a 6-year relationship when I got into another one after 3 months. My new partner was a big part of this journey. As much as this journey to healing is different for everyone, it's highly important to not bring the past into the now. I'm going to state this again. Look, healing doesn't just take place. It's a continuous process. But if you keep jumping from one relationship to another one simply because of pressure or what you see on social media, you're likely to always encounter a breakup. Now with Precious, everyone's healing process is, look, your healing journey is different. Precious healed from her past relationship when she got into a new one after 3 months. It's totally different. But would I say because Precious got into a new relationship after 3 months, it helped her to heal? Then I'll not say I'll do the same thing. It's different though. It's different for everyone. Look, you need to find out what works for you. Don't say because this person is doing this, I will have to do this. Maybe it will lead to the same result. It's a lie. It's not. Look, if anybody tells you that, it's a lie. Even people that tell you, have mentors and do the following steps that they took, or follow the same step. You might end up, there's every probability that you end up with a different result, but it kind of like would look alike. But then you've just succeeded in not learning new things about yourself. You just followed somebody's steps and then you landed yourself somewhere. I'm not saying it is wrong, but I'm saying know what's good for you. Discover yourself. What would work best for me? Everybody's healing journey is different. It is totally different. Damien from Lagos said, the way I see it, a breakup is an excellent opportunity to learn about your emotional intelligence. I'd rather use that opportunity in its raw form by purposely not dating. The thing about growth, if you're not learning something about yourself, if you're still in the same position as the way you were like a few months ago, it means that there's no growth, right? And it's just like that in the dating phase. If you keep moving from one relationship to another, yes, a relationship can help you understand yourself. But if you keep moving from this relationship to another one, without learning certain things about yourself, it puts you in a position where you won't be able to handle situations when it come up. For example, you're in school, right? And you have an exam to write, but then you don't attend classes, you don't read for the exam. How do you expect to attempt the question in the exam? That's how it is with relationship. If you don't know certain things about yourself, how do you handle a new relationship, or how do you get to handle situations in a new relationship? So that's what healing helps you to do, or that's what deciding, let me pause on the word healing, but that's what having to deal with a breakup, taking a chill pill, taking a pause when you end a relationship, that's what it helps you do. So that's one thing about healing. That's one thing about knowing that, you know what, I'm going to deal with this breakup. You get to learn things about yourself. Then you get to decide, okay, so these are the things that I need to unlearn. These are the things that I need to deal with. These are the things that I need to put aside because it's not taking me further. Angela from Port Harcourt said, I lost a genuine relationship because of my bad attitude of disrespect. I did not get to know this until I decided to take time off the dating scene and heal from the past experience. Put down in the comment section. I know a lot of you can relate to this. You know, I hear all these people say, oh, I'm an alpha female. A man cannot do this. He cannot tell me what to do, all of that. Excuse me, auntie. Put it in the comment section. I know you can relate to what I'm saying. Look, I'm not saying there's no big deal in being a boss chick. Oh, I want to make my money. I want to be all of that. But it's something that I know for sure. Or I know it for me. Yes, this is what I know for me. I know that a man's love language is respect. If you respect a man, he would love you. But let's leave that one for another day. But then, if Angela didn't take time off the dating space, she wouldn't have discovered that this whole thing of her being disrespectful was probably one thing that made her relationship end. She lost a genuine relationship. It might not just be dating. It might not just be you in a relationship. It might be you with your friends, your colleagues. You get to lose certain good friendships that would have been everything to you because of your toxic nature, right? So at this point, I think it is safe to say that heal. Take time off. Look, baby girl, it's okay. Guy, it is okay to be... I feel like the whole pressure of being in a relationship is actually doing more harm than good. Because then when you get into social media, you're seeing everybody, oh my God, I'm going on a vacation. My bae is taking me this. All of that pressure, it's taking us to where we don't even know where we're going to, right? So take time to discover yourself. It is okay. Look, as a matter of fact, breakup is okay. Having to chop breakfast, it is okay. You get to learn about yourself. You get to even appreciate yourself better. You get to know certain things that you know that, I mean, what I'm doing, this is not good. This might have led to the breakup. At this point, I'd love to talk about how you can heal. Now, disclaimer, there's no such thing as A, B, C, D, or steps to healing. It's different for everyone. But one thing that I know from experience and from research, it has helped me and a lot of persons as well. Because when I left my relationship and I entered another one, that one ended. I learned certain things about myself, and I decided to take space out of it, like out of the dating space. But then these are questions that I asked myself. What are the things that I did? And what are the things that I said that I should have said, I shouldn't have said? Or what are the things that I did that should I have done differently? All of these questions helped me a lot. In fact, at this point, I'm like, I want to experience love on a different note. So I took time to understand myself. It was difficult, yes, because I mean, when you're seeing everybody, you're seeing this person with their bae and their boo, they're going on vacation, all of that, and you are single. I'm not doing anything. It can be frustrating. But for you to be in a new relationship where everything works, and for you for your relationship to thrive all of the times where it's going to be difficult, it is you understanding yourself. It is you having to put yourself in a position where, you know what if this kind of thing happens again? How would I handle it? I feel like those questions are like one of the top ways that you can heal. So some people might go as far as getting in touch with their ex-partner and having to have a conversation. But what if your ex-partner doesn't want to have that conversation with you, right? People say, oh, I want closure. And then they are fortunate enough to get the closure from their partner. But then in your own case, it doesn't happen. It doesn't work like that. You see yourself at a point where you know what, this is just, you know that this is me alone. And this is, just have to do it, right? So the steps to healing, it's different for everyone. It's totally different. But these are some questions that you can ask yourself. On Bedroom Diaries, we give you the opportunity to share your story from across the globe. And in this episode, I got a piece from Kara in Texas, and this is what Kara said. It's an undisputed fact that any breakup is going to be tough. But when you break up with the one you think is the love of your life, now that can be devastating. When this happened to me, it wasn't my choice. I just thought that my world would completely fall apart. I am lucky to have had caring people around me, because if I had not, then I'm not sure I would have made it through. It can feel like everything around you is moving and you are just falling apart at the same time. Don't try to do this alone. This can be a big change for you, and it isn't wrong to have someone to cry on or to ask for some help. As much as your healing journey is different, look, it is a long journey. Having people around you that actually care about you, love you, it goes a long way. Look, you don't want to keep bottling things inside of you. Don't get explode though, because you don't want to talk to anybody. I was having a conversation with someone and she said, in fact, what she said at that point is strike a chord. She's like, everyone needs to have someone that they confide in. And in that moment, I'm thinking like, that's it. Like, I can't understand things alone. I can't deal with these things alone. I know that I exist because you do, and you exist because I do. It's a community. Look, let people around you know how you're feeling. And of course, please, people that actually care about you. When I got out of relationship, I can point out people around me that were a big deal. I remember this, my friend. She actually told her guy about the whole story. And then the guy was speaking to her one day. It's like, is Daniela there? Like, yes, give her the phone. And he's like, Daniela, this person doesn't care about you. Can you please just move on? He's never going to come back. In that moment, I realized that, in fact, it helped me to kind of like realize that this relationship has ended. You've got to move on with your life. So your healing journey is different. And healing doesn't just happen once. It's a long journey. It's continuous. But if you're able to confide in someone, it can of course help you to fast track your healing process. It can help you to get out of the breakup, get out of the pain, get out of the hurt, all of that. I'm gonna leave you with a quote for the week, or for this episode. Take it from Bedroom Diaries. Dealing with the breakup doesn't mean that the relationship never happened, or it doesn't mean that the breakup never happened. It only means that the breakup, the pain, all of it doesn't have control over you. Yes, it doesn't have control over you. So deciding to deal with the breakup, deciding to heal, deciding to understand why this breakup happens, it helps you to experience love on a new level. The pain, the hurt, the disappointment, it no longer has a control over you. As much as I enjoy shooting this episode, I hope that you enjoy listening to it. Some persons are out there to learn things about themselves or to just learn from someone's story. So don't be stingy. Put down in the comment section if you've ever had an experience with moving so fast after a breakup or your healing process, because someone wants to learn. You want to do well to follow us on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as TikTok. And a link will be put in the description box. Like I said before, Bedroom Diaries gives you the opportunity to share your beautiful love story. I want to connect with you as much as a lot of persons want to also hear your beautiful story. So send your story to the email address on your screen, and your story might just be the next to feature on Bedroom Diaries. Until I see you in our next episode, bye guys.